All right, ladies and gents, it's Friday. That means
Absolutely.
time for a great show. Time to talk sports with the best podcast around. Time to make a bag.
Absolutely. We have a couple big things to announce tonight, and we have a beautiful slate planned for you guys. Obviously, we have all of our sports to talk about tonight, and we're super excited to get into things. First things first, if you guys are here for the title of the live, we do have a couple giveaways to announce tonight. We're super excited for a couple things we're trying to introduce. But first things first, before we get into the fun stuff, we got to start off where we normally start off. And you guys see on the screen, we're on the NBA. And you know what that means. Friday night always has a pretty good slate for sports bettors. And you guys know it's what we love to do around here. And it's the best way to get the weekend started. Watch some basketball and make some money.
Absolutely. No better way to start your weekend. Sit here on Friday, make a bag with Travis and Jon Show.
Absolutely. Now, you guys know, or if you don't know, normally when we do these, we build them live with you guys. But today we did things a little differently. And we dug in a little bit of research and things before the show. And we're going to share with you guys the two plays that we have for you guys, and some reasoning behind it. So we have our normal money line. We usually do every Friday. And our 30 for 30, which has become a tradition around here.
Absolutely. Thank you, FanDuel.
Absolutely. Tonight's not as huge of a slate as it sometimes is on Fridays, but there's still some value and some decent games tonight. So you want to start off with the money line? Is that where we want to begin things?
I think so.
All right. We can start off there. You want to kick us off where we started?
Absolutely. Start with the Phoenix Suns and the Denver Nuggets game. Taking the Nuggets money line, who should be an easy one over the Suns tonight.
They've been struggling. They just can't seem to figure it out. KD wants out.
Yeah. Chemistry is not there.
Yeah, not at all. But we had to pair that with something else so we could use FanDuel's same game parlay offer for tonight for the extra odds. So we paired it with something very simple and something very easy that should be normally is pretty easy cash. We went Nikola Jokic 15 plus points.
Absolutely be able to use a boost.
Right. There's absolutely no value at all in this line single. That's why we put it on here. Strictly just so we could put the boost on this parlay. So we paired those two. All right. Next up.
Brings us to the Cavs and the Hornets.
Absolutely.
Hornets sitting at the bottom of the East right now. Got a lot to figure out over there in Charlotte still.
Right.
But there's no value in the money line at all. Almost 2,000 odds as it continues to drop. So we're going to have to play a spread. The odds, obviously, even now, keep dropping. But I think the best value is sitting at -6.5. I think 7 should be an easy one for the Cavs.
Right. Their baseline is what, 16, 17, 16?
Yeah.
Everybody expects this to be a blowout. The Cavs have been probably, on paper, the best team in the league this year, especially record-wise. And they look to keep rolling here as they make a push for the playoffs and prepare to defend that number 1 seed.
Yeah, playing almost a third of the line for a spread should be safe.
Right. So that's what we're rocking with for the Cavs. Next up, that brings us to the Memphis Grizzlies and the Dallas Mavericks. To be quite honest with you, it may be a bold take, but I could see the Mavs not winning another game this entire season. Their whole season has went into purgatory. They lost, obviously, Luka Doncic at the deadline of the Lakers. Brought in old Anthony Davis, who was hooping and then got hurt.
He's been constantly injury prone, so you should have seen this coming.
Right.
And then that leaves you to driving your star point guard, Kyrie Irving, who's also 30-plus years old, into the ground.
Yeah. He was playing the most minutes per game in the entire league since the All-Star break, and came to bite him. He is now officially out for the rest of the season with a torn ACL that he suffered. Poor guy, man. Praying, hoping the best for him, but Nico Harrison might have just signed his death wish, man. Kind of ruined that whole franchise.
Kind of what he earns. So, snag the Grizzlies money line.
100%.
Timberwolves at the Heat.
Absolutely. This is a game that's probably one of the closer matchups on the slate tonight, just roster-wise. Good players on both sides. But the better team, in my opinion, is Minnesota. They obviously have the best player on the floor in Anthony Edwards. And when he wants to hoop, he can hoop.
Yeah, I have no faith in Miami. So we're going to rock the Timberwolves money line.
Absolutely.
Brings us to an interesting matchup tonight in the Blazers and Thunder.
Yeah. First time I've seen this season, everybody except Chet and the Thunder starting lineup is officially out tonight. No SGA, no Jalen Williams, no Lugan the door,
no Isaiah Hartenstein.
Yeah, I mean, just everybody's gone. So they're definitely very malnourished tonight, I guess is the way to put it. And the Blazers are a team that's been kind of sneaky since the All-Star break. I'm pretty sure that they're like 7 games above 500 in their last so many. They've been playing really good ball. And I could definitely see an upset tonight, and especially against a very depleted Thunder team. So we are rocking with the first official underdog of the night, the Portland Trailblazers.
Absolutely, sitting at plus 133 when we placed it as good value to the parlay. Our last leg of our money line tonight, playing kind of safe with a 7 leg, again for the boost value there in Jokic. But our last game in the Spurs and Kings.
Absolutely.
Now the Spurs, this is a little bit of a revenge game opportunity for De'Aaron Fox.
Right.
But the Spurs without Wemby.
They're a whole different team.
Poverty.
Yeah. I mean, Wemby is their driving force for everything. And I don't know if De'Aaron Fox is going to be enough to take down the lineup of the Kings with old Debo or Demontis Sabonis, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and them guys. We can expect a Kings victory tonight to ruin the comeback for De'Aaron Fox.
Absolutely. That'll slide us into our 30-30 then.
100%.
And I did want to check real fast, and it did. Odds have dropped, just because I think this one should almost be a snag.
Yeah, 100%.
This one, we ran a 2-leg, sitting at great value. Again, like I said, odds have dropped, but still good value on a 2-leg. The 30 for 30 boost tonight.
Absolutely.
We start in Phoenix and Denver.
Yeah. There's one guy on this line. I guess there's a couple guys in this game that can go for 30. But with a very good matchup for the big man in Denver tonight, Nikola Jokic has a very good shot to put up a monster game.
Yeah, somebody has to put more on their back tonight to will their team to victory. KD, Booker, they got some help around them.
Right. So first leg, we're rocking with Nikola Jokic to score 30-plus points. Close us out.
Another one, dropping in value as we speak for a big reason, comes from New York and Los Angeles.
Right.
Now, again, could be a great matchup. Knicks have been a little cold lately, injuries here and there. And then the Clippers, real inconsistent, but they've had a stretch here. Harden randomly reviving his career again.
Out of nowhere.
But again, the depth ain't there. So, again, could be a great matchup. Karl Anthony Towns is where we're sliding for 30-plus. And like I said, odds are dropping because Jalen Brunson's rolled out.
100%. Which only means one thing. A lot more shots for Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, a lot more on the back for Cat.
We've seen games this year where Karl just takes over and goes for 40, 30, 40, 50 points. I mean, he's a guy that can stretch the floor. And I don't think anyone over in LA outside of Zubac is even going to give him any kind of trouble tonight. So,
exactly.
Big shot for Cat to do those things.
So 2-leg, now I believe it was around 650. So I just died. But I believe it was dropped down to 650 odds with the boost. Should be around 9 or 8 something. We got at 960 or 970, I believe.
Yeah, somewhere around there. So still some decent value. Obviously, you still have a few hours for those games. Those are both 10 o'clock games, 10 and 10:30 tonight. So definitely make sure you go get those placed and rock out with us for the late games tonight. But all right, that's about all of our NBA bets for you guys tonight. We cooked up those 2 beautiful plays that we love tonight. So hoping if you follow those, wishing the best of luck for everybody.
Absolutely. Make sure you're locked in. We'll make it back on Friday.
100%. So that'll move us into our next segment of the night, where we'll move over to the MLB. Which is
exciting times.
Some of our announcements will start tonight. We don't have anything special specifically planned tonight for the MLB. Obviously, we ran the fantasy draft last week. But we want to know your guys' interest in Travis and Jon Show MLB Fantasy League, kind of how we did for football this season. Probably keep the monies away from it for this. Just play it for fun. But if you guys are interested in that, let us know. We definitely need some users. We want to put together a draft before opening day.
Absolutely. I think it'd be really fun. Obviously, last week we did the draft itself. Got some time to talk tips, strategy, etc. as the season about to start off here in about a week, 2 weeks. But I think it'll be exciting. Obviously, we're in a bit of a stale spot here, show-wise, because spring training now for 3 weeks straight, and we're just waiting for things to wrap up here. Essentially, got kind of lineup ideas and things figured out now.
Absolutely. We're starting to see some of these guys kind of pop off here in spring training. We've seen a lot of home runs, a lot more than usual in my opinion.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of big numbers from teams. Like today, the Red Sox won 20-5. I saw a couple games in spring training where there's been 15 plus runs scored just by one team. So offenses are looking insane right now, and we're finally starting to see some of the bigger names debut. One in specific that debuted the other day was Mr. Paul Skeens, the ace pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates. This could be a big season for him, man. There's a lot of expectations for him this year, and he's in a very big opportunity. He's going to be a full-time pitcher this year. I mean, put this in perspective. He came in after the halfway mark last year and was top 3 voting in the Cy Young.
As a rookie.
I didn't even know that was possible.
As a rookie.
How do you, there's no games played requirements like the NBA. Like, this man played half a season and almost won the Cy Young. I expect a lot from him. I think he's going to be great. We obviously know he can sling the ball. He gets strikeouts at a very high rate, and he can pitch against some of the best of them. Man.
Yeah, he's going to be exciting to watch. He's been a dog. He's had all this time to develop now, and I think it's going to be nasty.
Yeah. The Pirates themselves got a good future behind them now with old Mitch Keller and Paul Skeens and some of their batting lineups. So a lot of big stuff to watch there. Another thing I'm keeping my eye on this year is the return of Shohei Ohtani to the mound. Now, unfortunately, we all know the Dodgers and Cubs series kicks off opening day this year in Japan. First game of the season officially, and unfortunately, Shohei Ohtani will not be available to pitch in that game.
Yeah, unfortunate news as it is in Japan.
Right. This would have been the perfect return for him to be on the mound after an MVP season that he had last year. But I'm sure we'll still see him at the DH. Obviously, he played all last year through his surgery and everything, and had one of the greatest seasons of all time.
Exactly.
So definitely expect to see him at some point. But I believe he's supposed to return to the mound later in the year. I believe 2 or 3 months into the season. So he will be back. So that's something to keep an eye on. His first game back, I'll definitely be tuning in to see what he's got going
exactly.
on. We're super excited for the Reds, though, this year. I know we talk about them every week, but it's obviously we're big fans over here. And I feel like we finally have some optimism this year and something to look forward to. We saw Ellie De La Cruz come out like he was on steroids in his first spring training game and hit home runs from both sides of the plates and back-to-back at-bats. I mean, we've seen Matt McClain now hit home runs. We know Reese Hines should hopefully be returning to our full roster lineup in the majors. So a lot of things we can be excited about. Terry Francona looks like he kind of knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he's cooking over here in Cincy. I love to see the lineups he's put together, how certain things to piece together. I mean, we still have so much depth that, the lineups he's made with spring training has been insane to watch.
100%.
So I'm definitely excited. Obviously, like you said, we saw Ellie go nuts. He still is on a hot streak. His average is above 500 still, I believe.
Yeah.
This team's been nasty.
Yeah, and I feel like we're finally seeing the changes in Ellie that we all kind of talked about last year. Obviously, the patience at the plate, knowing what to swing at, when to swing at it, not just swinging at every ball that comes his way. So we can really see him settle in and become that consistent hitter that we all know he can be and do everything he done last year when it comes to stealing bases, playing defense, throwing the ball 100 miles per hour. We can see Ellie in some MVP talks.
Yeah, I know he hasn't seen the same volume of obviously at-bats yet, but the changes he's made in one offseason has been huge.
Yeah, and you can see he's really began to dedicate himself. And I'm not saying he didn't before, but I feel like he's finally finding that motivation, that potential that he knows he has, and he's finally coming to. And it's,
the potential the team has now.
Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful to watch. So if you're not a Reds fan, stay away. We don't want you on the bandwagon when we're balling out and doing our thing out there. But if you are, strap in. We got a good road ahead of us and something we can hopefully look forward to.
Absolutely. It's exciting for sure.
Yeah. I know we're super excited. We mentioned giveaways a little earlier. I know we're super excited to do Reds giveaways this year. Obviously, a lot of big games that we can send you guys out to see some of the stars just show out and do what they do.
Absolutely. If you're not following, make sure you are, because we will be doing a lot of giveaways this season.
Absolutely. I feel like we can finally talk about what we've mentioned a little earlier, our big announcement for tonight. We can talk about some of this behind the scenes. You guys know we love to get you guys involved, and we love to do things, obviously sports related when it comes to leagues, challenges, things of that nature. So I think we came up with something we're going to introduce to you guys. Obviously, March Madness right around the corner. We got about, a week or two until that begins.
Absolutely. We're in March. So what better time to talk about March Madness?
No, absolutely. So if you guys are on ESPN or ESPN Fantasy Games or anything like that, they offer what's called a bracket challenge. And Travis and Jon Show officially going to open their own bracket challenge for all of our followers and competitors out there. It would be completely free, no money buying it, anything. Anybody can participate as long as you have an ESPN account. And we have a big prize for the winner if you want to tell them about that.
Absolutely. If you notice, we're talking March Madness, which may be a basketball sport. If you're also really intelligent and have noticed, we're still in the MLB section. Still talking Reds. So we'd like to mix in a giveaway for a Cincinnati Reds game this season for the best bracket in the bracket challenge.
Absolutely. So it's obviously all free to enter. By the time March Madness ends, we'll kind of know some of the home games available for the Reds. We'll kind of debate about that. We'll talk to the winner a little bit, see if there's a specific game that you guys want to get out to. But we want to kind of mix two of the best things in March, the beginning of baseball season, and obviously the beginning of March Madness. So we're going to put that together and see what we can do.
Absolutely.
So stay tuned for that. We're going to obviously open enrollment to that probably tomorrow or Monday. We'll get everything set up on our end, and then we'll let you guys know on here on Facebook. So if you're watching us on TikTok, make sure you go give us a follow on Facebook, our Facebook page at Travis and Jon Show. That's where everything comes out first. It's our main source of output.
Absolutely.
Stay tuned for that. Anything else you want to mention for the MLB section? I know, like I said, we didn't have anything specific planned, just kind of a little bit of a ramble.
One of those weeks.
Yeah, but I think we only have, one show left until we can officially start putting out home run parlays?
Yeah, let's say I think season kicks off either the 14th or 15th.
Somewhere around there. So I don't think it'll, maybe next show, maybe the show after. One of the shows in the next 2 weeks, we'll be able to start putting our home run lays. Speaking of home run lays, make sure you go give a follow to us on Winnable, WINIBLE.com, where we gave out free home run picks every day last year.
Absolutely. We went on multiple streaks, including a 20-plus day streak.
Absolutely. So if you want free input on some of the people we love the most at hit home runs, go give us a follow on that. Once again, WINIBLE.com/Travis Jon Show.
If you like making money.
Absolutely. Okay. I think it's enough of the MLB for the moment, which can bring us into our next section, something we were going to do last week. Now we obviously have more time and thought into bring us to the NFL part.
Absolutely.
Where we're going to do our Steelers and Saints dream mock off-seasons from some of the biggest fans. So where do we want to start? We want to start with Pittsburgh, or do we want to start with New Orleans?
I think we got to start with the bottom, right? New Orleans, full rebuild.
From the bottom, you say? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, listen. I have some thoughts. We're kind of in a weird spot, though, and especially for fan-wise, it's not much to look forward to, unfortunately. I think our biggest problem at the moment is our cap space. We're the unwealthiest team in all of football. We have the least amount of cap space in the league. We're paying some guys some big contracts to not perform up to that level. Derek Carr, in specific, obviously came out and announced that he wasn't taking a pay cut because he thought he's earned his money so far in his career. And it has been announced we're sticking with him. Unfortunately, we're not going to be switching a quarterback. Maybe we'll draft one, but he probably won't play. So I don't know where we go with this, to be honest with you. I think we need to get Chris Olave happy and locked up. There was some concern last year that he wanted out, especially after the concussion he had as a result of the Derek Carr throw.
Oh, yeah.
So we need him happy. We need Chris Olave. We need a playmaker. But we got to get younger. We're so old. Everybody that makes plays on our team is above the age of 30. AK is now up there. Obviously, Chris Olave is not, but Derek Carr, Cam Jordan, Tyrann Mathieu. We traded away Lattimore last year for nothing. Yeah, nothing that we're going to get anything in return for. So kind of what I want to see out of us is just the attempt to start the rebuild. I don't expect big things this year. I expect another poverty season.
Straight free agency, small pickups, and draft.
Yeah.
Get younger.
We got to get off some of these contracts. If we can move some of these guys at the deadline or even here on draft night, we got to start clearing up some cap space. Not a single player on our team is making any kind of money they deserve to make. If we want to keep Olave around, obviously we're going to have to pay him, and we need cap room to pay him. So like I said, just get younger. We need to start bringing in some hints of depth. Hopefully hit on somebody in the draft this year. We have a decently high pick in the first round. Maybe that's a quarterback. Maybe that's a playmaker. I kind of prefer. I kind of want to see someone like I think Kyler Warren would be a cool fit. We need a really good tight end. Maybe we go running back. AK starting to get a little older. Kendrick Miller isn't someone you can rely on. Jamal Williams has been released.
Wide receiver's been a big talk.
Maybe we go receiver. Outside of Olave, there's really not much to look forward to at all. Guys like Marquez Tipton were playing last year. Didn't even know who that was before he played a snap.
She's had some moments, but
she was obviously hurt last year. So we need somebody, especially if we do lose Olave. I wouldn't mind a Luther Burden. I wouldn't mind a McMillan. I wouldn't mind an Igbuka. Maybe it's a little bit of a reach. I also wouldn't really mind a Matthew Golden if we can find good value on him. One of the better combine players in the draft this year for wide receiver. But I think we have to draft quarterback at some point. That's my biggest thing. Draft somebody that's young. We can kind of mold into our own. Maybe that's somebody late in the draft like a Dylan Gabriel or I don't know, maybe someone like Spencer Rattler that we took last year. Just somebody that we can kind of hope for the future on and pick up some playmakers, get younger, and get off some cap. That's my biggest things for this offseason.
I like that. So your title of your dream scenario would be to see starts of a rebuild.
Reset. Start the reset. Because what we got now is not much. We have nothing.
Yeah, you don't have the base.
Yeah, we don't have nothing. We're paying guys for no reason. We're not going to win with this team. And unfortunately, I don't think anybody on the team has the time span left in their career to sit through a rebuild.
Yeah.
So we got to start moving guys. As hard as that's going to be to lose guys like Jordan, Tyrann Mathieu, and all those bigger names that we see, it's got to happen. I mean, we traded away Marshawn Lattimore, one of the best players on our defense at 28 years old. Yeah, we got to have the courage to move these older guys.
So if you're going to do that, it's time to reset completely.
Yeah, that's essentially what they told us last year. You trade away our best defensive player, it's time to go reset.
Yeah. So unlikely scenario, but you'd love to see a bunch of the 30-plus guys slapped in for maybe 2 6-round picks. Get off the contracts and age.
I mean, what are they going to do for us? If they have no value in the trade market, it's that or we release them. I mean, they're just not going to be
until they're drove into the ground.
Yeah, these are not going to be players on our team when we win a Super Bowl, if we win a Super Bowl. Like, it's just not, unfortunately, going to be that way. Drew Brees kind of killed that window for us when he gave up on us.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. All right, Pittsburgh fan.
I guess if I had a title mine, it'd just be I'd like to know. I'd like to know what direction we're going.
Okay.
I'd like to know who we're sitting with. Obviously, we still don't know what quarterback we're going with. And if Justin Fields hits the open market, I know he's going to have a lot of value.
100%.
I know Russell Wilson has, Pete Carroll connections, but I don't know what his value may be. I want Justin Fields. I feel like there's more versatility in what he can bring. I feel like the legs opened up a lot. And, for anybody to succeed in this offense, it's going to be hard. But, Justin Fields made it work. And on top of the legs, it adds a lot because that was one thing Russell Wilson was lacking, was extending plays, getting out of the pocket, and just holding the ball too long. We don't know our running back. We don't know our wide receiver 2. We don't know who on our defense is going to be here much longer because they're all needing contracts in the next 2 years.
Right.
So I'd like to know. I'd like to know who our quarterback is. Like I said, Justin Fields is my preferred. Running back situation still up in the air with if it's going to be Najee, if he's just going to be let go, if Jalen Warren's going to be back, or if he's just going to walk.
Free agent this year.
Yeah. So, we don't have a lot in the draft. Obviously, we're still stuck in the middle 20s, being the wild card Steelers who can't go under 500 but can't win a playoff game. And now 8-year struggle.
Right.
But I don't know. We have an opportunity. I just know this front office isn't very aggressive in free agency. They're not ones to make huge moves. I am optimistic with more of the names that are coming now on the market. There's more wide receiver names popping up by the week.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping something can be worked out to just give our offense that spark. We don't have it with just GP, Najee. I feel like we have a base. We have youth and potential in certain places, but we don't have a playmaker.
Right.
We're relying on GB because that's all we have. Or we're relying on TJ Watt. Obviously, our defense is huge, so it's not a lot of pieces there that I'm necessarily huge about. Maybe the D line itself outside of TJ Watt, but just confusion a lot is how I feel this offseason because I still have no idea where we're headed, and I mean the draft's right around the corner.
Yeah, quite frankly.
And I don't even know who our quarterback is, who our running back is, wide receiver 2.
What's your dream pick for the draft?
I mean, I think you mentioned him and Igbuka. I've been huge on him this offseason. A wide receiver 2 seems like a must.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hate like a shocking Genty type move if he were to randomly fall, but I don't feel like we're that kind of team. We're more of the run it down your throat.
Right.
So I'd like to see the playmaker. I think Igbuka has that potential, and especially when you're lining up opposite of GP.
100%. Hear me out. What if you fill the wide receiver 2 role in free agency, where obviously we just talked about a lot of names on the market, and you go out, maybe you don't get Genty, maybe there's a guy like Omarion Hampton or Quinshon Judkins or somebody still left on the board. Would you be okay with a pick like that? You let Jaren Warren walk. Maybe you keep Najee and you do what you did last year and kind of run the 2-back set, which is kind of becoming more of a trend in the league nowadays.
Yeah, 100%. I love Quinshon. This is one of the drafts where, surprisingly, I don't think I'd be very upset with our pick. I feel like there's a lot of flexibility in that spot.
Right.
I'd be pretty happy with almost a lot of potential players there.
Right. I seen another kind of expert talk about this the other day, that this might be one of the deepest draft classes that we've seen in a long time. And I don't know if that's specifically because of all the playmakers. I don't know if that's because the quarterback class is so deep. I think it's a mix of kind of everything. But this is a very deep class. I think it was Adam Schefter himself said that you could get the same player in rounds 3 through 7 that you're going to get in 1 through 2.
The quarterback class, there's been a lot of hate on it for this draft, but I feel like I said this.
Okay.
I said this a couple months ago. I feel like rounds 3 to 7 are the most valuable rounds. I feel like everybody through those rounds are the same value.
Yeah, and it's going to go to show that you don't have to have a top pick in this draft to come out with a playmaker. I think this is going to be one of those situations where we see a lot of guys, like you just said later, become stars in this league, and a lot of guys fall that shouldn't. And I think it's going to be a very weird draft. I think it's going to be very hard to come out with a player that you're not happy with.
Yeah.
I mean, there's players everywhere. Man, Justin Fields and the Steelers, huh? That's what you want.
That's what I want.
You think he leads you back to glory?
He's got so much potential still. He showed sparks with this offense, even our depleted offense, our struggling offense. He made it work. He extended plays. He was 6-2. He
was balling.
As a Steelers starter.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like the narrative on Justin Fields was ruined in his Chicago days. But I think a big thing that we saw this year was even Caleb Williams couldn't necessarily succeed in that offense the way he wanted to.
And you can't tell me they didn't improve over Justin Fields' time.
Yeah, without a doubt.
That roster is 10 times the roster Justin Fields had in front of him.
100%.
And they still struggled.
Yeah.
So, our offense may not be on the level of a Philadelphia or Kansas City, Detroit just yet.
Right.
But Justin Fields made things work.
100%.
And I feel like he could be even better.
Yeah. And especially if you improve the positions around him. Like I was working with, once again, GP last year, and that was it.
There is a lot of negative remarks on Lamar Jackson, obviously, about being inaccurate.
Right. Because
he runs the ball and not being able to throw the deep ball. Justin Fields has an arm on him and can run the ball.
Yeah.
He's got potential.
Yeah, and we talked about this a lot already, but we're starting to see if you don't have a mobile or athletic quarterback in today's league, you're not going to make it very far. With the exception of maybe Jared Goff, who we even see him struggle in the playoffs, obviously. But there's not a lot of big names anymore that can't run the ball. Guys like Mahomes and Allen and Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow moves a little bit. I mean, These guys get out and they move, and that's what you need nowadays.
Yeah, say what you want about Aaron Rodgers, and he may not be at what he was. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame, and that roster around him, I could have made a playoff team. So when you can't get outside of the pocket, it makes things 10 times harder for that whole offense.
Yeah, I mean, the athleticism, the strength, and the speed of these pass rushers nowadays is just off the hooks.
I mean, that confines the quarterback to a 3-yard area.
Yeah, and you got to get the ball off quick because there's not these, you get 15 seconds standing in the pocket no more. It's you hike the ball and these big boys are coming for you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good ones.
Different league, Aaron.
Yeah.
No Ray Lewis, but D-line a little different.
Yeah, these pass rushers in there, they're crazy. These guys are good.
They were allowed to hit you.
Yeah, literally.
That turf wouldn't have been your biggest issue.
Let me ask you one more question. If you could pick any of the wide receivers in free agency that have been released or anything right now, who is your go-to? Who do you want the most? If that's the route you guys take.
I don't know. I've looked, and it confuses me. Because GP, he's that deep threat. He's the aggressive ball getter. So the Devontae, I don't think that'll work. We need the midfield playmaker, right?
I feel like, listen, I know he's not a free agent. I feel like the best move you guys can make this year is going out to get a Cooper Kupp. I think he has.
That's what I was going to say. He in the trade market. Obviously, LA is looking to get rid of him. That's who I wanted. I forgot about him for a second, obviously, because he's not free agent wise. But I think Cooper Kupp is the one we should be aggressive for wide receiver wise.
I mean, he kind of fits the mold perfectly. Oh.
My phone's dead. What am I missing?
Breaking news.
Yeah.
The Las Vegas Raiders are trading for Geno Smith. Geno Smith is being traded to the Raiders for a 3rd-round pick. As Sam Darnold is set to become a free agent next week, he is now expected to have another option available to him. The Seattle Seahawks, who are trading Geno Smith to the Las Vegas Raiders. Wow, so Pete Carroll got his guy. He went and got his guy. He coached Geno in Seattle.
Wasn't it USC? Did he play that?
Yeah, and he signed Geno Smith in Seattle when he was the head coach. So he went out and got his guy. He knew what he wanted. Wow. So does that mean
no quarterback in the draft?
What does that
mean?
Do
they trade back? Do they Shador, Cam?
No way you really will rely on Sam Darnold as your QB next year in Seattle. DK wants out. I feel like he wants out even more now.
Yeah.
You just released Tyler Lockett, who, once again, Pete Carroll couldn't.
They're doing a full reset.
Yeah. Wow. I understand it. I feel like they're kind of like the Atlanta Hawks of the NBA. They're just a very always mid team. They're good, but they're not good. You know, they compete in the regular season but never really make the playoffs and do much. Wow, that's big news. I hadn't checked my phone in a minute.
Yeah, I mean, I know DK kind of negates the whole aggressive, deep threat on ball talk I was all having about GP, but I would also love to acquire DK.
Yeah, MP. He went and got his guy, bro. I forgot about DK being on the market too, but they're asking for a lot. From reports that I've seen, they're asking for a 1st and a 3rd for DK. So a lot of value, and obviously very much deserved.
Russell Wilson about to be a Jet. So
I'm surprised he didn't get any look from. He didn't even want Russ. He said, "I'm going to get Geno back. Give Russ a chance to talk."
Yeah.
He found his guy though. Pete Carroll trying to do his thing in Las Vegas, man. He believes in Geno Smith. Shout out Geno, I guess. All right. Anything else offseason wise you want to kind of mention off here?
Just exciting. We saw some players perform better than expected. Some players like Will Howard kind of have a off day at the combine, but I'm excited. Obviously, we saw things unfold that we didn't expect, but I'm excited for pro days, more things to unfold trade-wise, breaking news-wise, obviously.
For sure.
But I'm excited to cover all those things.
Yeah, I'm super excited for next week where I think we can officially bring back our mock draft 2.0. Get another one of those in the books.
Absolutely, it's about that time.
Yeah, as we get a little closer, we've seen some teams talk about trades and things like that. I know a lot of mocks had the Giants trading up to 1, where there's been a lot of discussion of the Titans trading out. So maybe we implement some trades into our 2.0. So we'll see what we can cook up for that. that'll be next week, so stay tuned for that. But we're not done just yet with you guys. We have something that returned last week that we finally got a little more fixed up from what we had last week, and that's the return of NBA Deal or No Deal. We have a new setup for you guys. And we're super excited to present that to you. We're super excited to get into that segment. But as you guys know, or if you don't know, now you will know. We have to take a short intermission before we get set up for that. We got to switch the screen and everything, get that prepared for you guys.
All the technical, difficult jargon talk that you guys don't want to see or hear about. So we'll be back in a matter of 2 minutes. Stay on your screen. Go wash a dish, brush your teeth, grab a snack.
Use the bathroom. Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Yeah.
We just got to swap the camera around. But obviously, as he said, Deal or No Deal coming right up with a whole new setup. So stay tuned as we'll be right back.
Absolutely. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in a minute.
All right, ladies and gents.
Welcome back. You guys see on the screen here Howie Mandel's beautiful face. So if you see this beautiful setup here right behind you guys, or right in front of you guys, should I say, we have the new Dealer Go set up. So quick notification to move there. But we're back. We have a beautiful new setup for you guys, a little bigger, a little nicer setup, and hopefully a little more visible. Some things are maybe a little subject to change, but the initial setup, maybe we'll get a better background or something. But the initial setup is what you're going to see every week. So we're super excited to bring this to you guys. And we're super excited to have you in No Deal back.
Absolutely.
Now, before we get started on today's slate, we're going to give you guys the results of last week. If you guys remember, it was Mr. Nikola Jokic from your boy versus Mr. Kyrie Irving from Jon himself. And if you guys are normal around here,
You're long-time fans.
you guys know the curse of Mr. Jonathan Nelson. And just
Deal,
about
no deal draftees.
just about every single week that John drafts a player, they end up getting hurt within that week before we come back to the next show. It's happened
Every time. But honestly, probably like 90%.
It's kind of scary the rate that it happens at, because you are really putting a curse on these gentlemen for no reason.
Yeah, NBA players should be tuning in and praying that I don't end up with them.
Yeah.
So,
So if you guys heard, obviously we talked about it earlier, Kyrie Irving out for the season with torn ACL. So unfortunately he didn't finish the 3 games. So by default, Jokic played all 3. He obviously is the winner, had more points either way per game. But Nikola Jokic is the W winner for this week, bringing your boy the first dub since Deal or No Deal has returned. And we're back this week. We're going to see if John can get his revenge. So you'll be hosting first. Get us started, Dealer.
we need a case.
We do, don't we? Give me 8. Just keep it there. I'll circle it on here.
Case 8 will be Travis.
That's off the board for now. All right. Now we need to eliminate 3, eh? Let's get out of here. I have a feeling you did it. I'm going to get number 2 out of here.
Case number 2.
You
Nikola
sly
Jokic.
son of a gun. You did not. Case number 2 is Jokic. Wow. What a way to start the night. Well, that's not good. Only up from here, I guess. Let's do case number 1.
Number 1.
De'Aaron
Fox.
You put the last guy in the first.
Come back.
I thought you were going to do something a little different. You wanted me to think how I thought, didn't you? Boy, trying to play mind games. All right. So
Come back,
1 and 2 are gone. Let's get 9 out of here. Okay, 9.
Case 9.
Love Mellow we cooking up. Okay, so we started a little slow with Mr. Nikola Jokic, but we got old LaMelo and old De'Aaron Fox up out of there. Now it's your turn, Mr. Dealer.
Hello?
What do you got for me?
Yeah, kind of calm myself down. Like, you got Jokic out of there. That's always a good thing. Round 1. All right, I'll cook some up. I'll let him know.
Boy, worried, huh?
I'll let him know. Look.
Boy, worried. Not back together in Las Vegas. Oh, Gino and Pete. Cavs are currently down 4 to the Hornets in the first quarter.
Beautiful.
That's what we like to see. The line's still 13.5 on the money line.
Should still be a play.
12.5. But we should be good. As long as the Cavs can get on a little bit of run, we'll be chilling. A couple other games are about to tip off. Jazz, Raptors, Grizzlies, Mavericks. So we'll see what happens in those games. Ugh. Hopefully the Cavs don't sell the first leg, right? That'd be rather unfortunate. Let's see what the live odds are for 7.5. Where the all spread at? Where the all spread? Feature. There it is. Minus 7.5 live is currently minus 270. So it hasn't dropped too much. It was like minus 320 or something. Obviously still some hope, so we ride with it. Cooking up everybody?
Let me check something real fast. I got an idea.
Okay. 3 games, obviously, the requirement.
being real thorough with this one.
I like to hear it.
So yeah, it's good news.
Absolutely. I mean, hey, we had a decent start. You can't sleep on it. I know we got Jokic up out of there, but it's all right. I didn't want to run it back anyways. I wanted a new face over here.
All right, you said 3-game slate.
Yeah.
Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. They play Friday.
I know, man. Okay.
So 3 games.
Yeah. Friday does not count.
First offer to you.
Saturday through Thursday. Trying to see what your little hand motion did. First offer, you say, is going to be.
Oh, there's a Tyrese on the board, but it's not Halliburton. Tyrese Maxey.
Okay. That's not a bad offer. I do like
Joel Embiid obviously now rolled out for the full season, as
we all saw that.
expected. He's already played, obviously, most of his games this season without Embiid.
Yeah. And he was playing well to start the season without Embiid. Been a little slow as of late.
Got a lot more time.
I know I got Jokic out of there, but if I'm going to be 100% honest with you, LaMelo and Fox were the two I wanted the least. Obviously, D-Book's still there, but I think Giannis, Luka, LeBron, Halliburton, Steph's been hooping. I'm all kind of happy with. Just due to the slump that Maxey hit, I think I'm going to say no deal for now. I think we're going to
All right.
It was a good offer, though, I'm saying. Okay. Let's get case number 5.
More cases. Case 5.
That didn't sound good. You put something.
LeBron James.
Okay. I mean, the odds were stacked against me. Somebody had to get
Somebody.
LeBron is unfortunate, but
Let's get Giannis and Luka out of there. Who's next?
All right. Let's do case number 6. I don't like the 6 number.
Number 6. Luka.
You really did it.
It was a do.
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 I don't know about do.
Mountain Dew.
All right.
Gotta calm things down a little bit there.
LeBron and Luka, bro. Both of them in the same round. It's crazy work.
Get back into digging real fast. I got an idea here.
Got an idea, huh?
We'll do an idea.
Don't give me no Maxey in you. Don't give me no Maxey. Check on the Cavs, who are now tied at 20. Just need to pop off a little bit. That's it. The line's currently at 13.5.
Saturday, Monday, Wednesday. That's 3 games.
Miles Bridges has 15 of their 20 points in the first quarter. LaMelo didn't even play tonight.
Second offer. Trae Young.
Okay. I'm not mad at Trey. I like that. I do have Giannis left.
You got something better in case 8?
I got D-Book left. I'm going to say no, dude.
Being risky.
I have faith. I like these 3 more than I like Trey. The only one that I would take Trey over is probably D-Book. So I'm going to pray that I'm going to play percentages here and hope for the best.
All right. That leaves us getting
3,
down to
4,
case 8.
and 7. I always leave it. I think I'm going to change up the motive a little bit.
Lucky number
I'm
7.
going to get 7 out of here. I think you know I like 7. He didn't do it. Wow. I kind of wanted him.
Steph Curry.
I kind of wanted Steph. That is the 6th D-line. Okay, I don't want
2
D-Book.
more or 1 more.
I really don't want D-Book. 3 and 4. You put... Okay, I'm going to eliminate case 4. I'm going to eliminate case 4. I'm not even going to explain my reasoning. I have reasoning behind it.
Case 4.
It's Tyrese Halliburton.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Okay. I'm going to... Okay, listen. I did this for one reason. I think you put Giannis in 3. Because I kind of do the same thing sometimes. I'll put the top two of the top players from the first row with one of the worser players. I don't think you put Giannis in 8. I think that's a prime spot for D-Book down there right beside whoever it was at 9, LaMelo, I believe.
LaMelo, Curry.
So I'm going to trade and I'm going to take case 3. I want case 3.
Case 3.
That's mine. All right. Let's hope this doesn't come back to bite me.
And we reveal case 8.
Wow.
Giannis in 8.
I got the only player I didn't want.
Case 3, Devin Booker.
Yikes. Okay. Well, I ain't got much to say.
I switched it up wasn't it last week I had the 2 top players here and then you called me out for having them back to back?
Yeah. It is what it is. D-Book, the final result. Not what we wanted, but that's what we'll deal with. We're moving on to Jon's game next.
That means D-Book's going to snap and whoever I end up with is going to have a tough injury to battle back from.
More than likely. We'll have to take a short intermission here. We're going to get Jon's game set up here behind us, and then we'll be right back. So stick with us. We'll see who's going against D-Book.
All right, ladies and gents.
Welcome back. We're back here for round 2 of Deal or No Deal. You guys seen my game played first where I ended it with D-Book, unfortunately. No hate to D-Book, but not the best option available. So now we're playing Jon's game, and we'll see who he has going up against D-Book. So pick a case. What case you want to be any of these cases right here? Could be
Give me lucky number 7.
Lucky number 7, huh? Alright. Lucky number 7 it is. 93 that you don't want. 3 to get them out of here.
Give me case 3.
Case 3. Okay, you ready? The reveal. Case 3. D-Book.
No matchup.
That's good. That's good for us. It's a solid start. Alright, let's go. 2 more.
Eight.
Case 8. Alright, you ready? Case 8. This is the one I picked last time. You think I followed in your tracks? Let's see who it is. LeBron James. Case number 8 is gone. One more. Need one more.
5.
Case 5. Alright, right above it. Let's see who you know what have a chance at. Yeah. 5. Okay. Not a bad start, huh? Boy, think he's something. Think it's sweet, right?
I do.
Think it's sweet.
Got a sweet tooth.
Think so?
Feel a little hungry.
Oh, hello. Yeah, no. Top 3 still available is crazy work. He still got a mellow on there, so we gotta change. I know, I'm not gonna go too crazy. I hear you. I'm gonna see what I can find. Alright, everybody. We're a little worried.
Expected.
We're a little panicked. I'm gonna go check on the Cavs real quick for the fans while we wait.
And my phone's back on. It randomly died.
Oh, yeah.
Quick update to everybody that I did have my phone turned back on. And then it randomly died again. Just want everybody to know. So
Beautiful. I love how you're just showing them. Oh, they can't see you.
maybe they can see me trying to fix this phone.
Right.
Struggling. That's what they can see.
Interesting. Let me check something. I think I might offer you if they would do. Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. Lovely. Just what I wanted to see. Okay.
You love when that makes it even harder.
Yeah.
Schedule not lining up.
Alright. Saturday, Monday, Wednesday. Beautiful. Alright, first offer. You got some big hitters on the board still, you know? I can't come at you with nothing too light. I gotta come at you with some firepower.
Try and persuade me away from what I got.
It's your first offer. The defending champion himself, Mr. Jason Tatum.
Like that.
Got some big hitters on there. I had to try to sweeten the pot a little bit. What do you think on JT?
I think I'm kind of where you were at. I mean, your first offer, just, so many tempting names on the board. I think I'd prefer almost everybody except LaMelo at this point.
Okay.
I think just as the board sits, I have to go no deal.
Understood. I need 2 more cases.
So hope this streak stays alive. Case 2.
Case 2. Okay. Case 2, you say? Let's see what's behind case 2.
LaMelo
Ball. Wow. All right, you're playing a good game.
Needed this.
Playing a good game. Give me one more. It's only down from here.
Yeah, honestly.
What do you think?
Case 9.
Case 9. All right, let's see who's behind case 9.
Ooh, there. Yep.
Oleo, kids.
It was due.
You found him. You spotted him. All right. Giannis, Luka, Tyrese, and Steph, you say? think I might have your offer on. Yeah, actually I do. Because I was looking at this last time. All right. You know, let's get right to it. We don't need to do no research. I'm going to give you another decently big name. Obviously, you knocked off Jokic. Second offer, the teammate of someone you knocked off, Mr. Kevin Durant, who we know is KD. Obviously not prime KD of old, but he's still a bucket.
Always liable for a 30 ball.
Absolutely. Still got Giannis and Luka, but then you got Tyrese and Steph, who are obviously not always the greatest fantasy players. Tyrese a big assist guy,
yeah.
But not every night going for buckets. Steph obviously been hooping, but how long does that trend last?
How long? I think I gotta try my luck.
All right.
Play this to the end.
Let's play it to the end. You got 1, 4, 6, and 9. The 2 over here. And then 7, obviously, but it's your case. Wait.
No, I checked 9.
Oh, yeah.
That's all me.
Yeah, 9 was Jokic. Okay,
That's all me.
I was confused. You got 1, 4, and 6. Need 2 more. 1. You think I did it?
Did you do it?
You think I'd do it?
I don't know this long. Did you do the big name in one?
Ready? Number 1.
Giannis
on 10.
You got me.
Got him. Turn that mindset around the other way, huh? All right.
Oh, we're getting scared.
1 more. 4 or 6.
6.
Eliminate 6, you said. Number 6. Who do you want it to be?
Steph.
Okay. What's Steph?
Hey.
It is indeed Steph. You downed to Luka and Tyrese. What a way to finish it. You got 7 and 4. Lucky number 7. Who do you think I put in there? Is it your guy or is it my guy? I tried to hand you Luka last week.
I didn't even think about it being both of us. Just off of recency bias and how, what happened for you to get D, but I think I have to stick with 7.
Stick with 7? You think I put Luka back at 7?
Oh.
Maybe I did.
I didn't think about that.
Maybe I did. Maybe I'm trying to get you ahead.
I guess the fan in me wouldn't be upset either way. Obviously, Luka, you prefer. Let's run it back.
You taking 7?
Give me 7.
Okay, so that means we reveal 4. Case number 4. Let's see. I put him in here. Case number 4. Luka Doncic. Meaning, case number 7, in the case you will be portraying this week, your own guy, Mr. Tyrese Halliburton. Yup. Beautiful. Mr. Tyrese. He's taking it on there.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Like a memory book.
So there it is, ladies and gentlemen.
It kind of makes it more of an even matchup, in my opinion, though. I like that. More enticing with the D book.
D-book. Should be very interesting.
Absolutely.
Could pop off for 30 and 15 if he wants to, and D-book can go for 50.
Yeah.
So, pretty nice matchup.
70. So.
Yeah. Not as lopsided as last week with the number 1 and number 9 guys, and Luka, or Jokic and Kyrie. Let's pray Tyrese Halliburton doesn't fall to the curse.
I didn't even think about that.
Let's pray. You got your own
guy. Reese.
Imagine.
He was out last game.
Maybe they already knew. Maybe fate decided.
Oh, Reese.
Let's hope the curse doesn't continue. It's like the Madden curse, or the cover curse. Let's hope.
Yeah.
We had a week for these guys to play. Hopefully no injuries happen. Should be a good matchup. But unfortunately, yeah, right.
What is it?
On your fingers? I think it's like a cover to the actual one, yeah.
Oh, so
that's the one. Got a cover on it, brother. But unfortunately, I think that's about the slate we had planned for you guys. We got out everything we wanted to talk about. Obviously, we mentioned the big announcement for the giveaway coming up. So be sure to stay tuned to our Facebook. We'll be posting the entry things and everything for the March Madness bracket probably tomorrow or Monday, sometime within the next 2 days to get those started. And we're super excited for that. Shout out to everyone out there that wants to play. Good luck. Any closing statements?
I just want to thank everybody that tuned in. Any interaction, any comments, it was much appreciated. That's what we're all here for.
Absolutely.
It was a great Friday show. Hope you locked in your bets. Make a bag. Make sure you follow our Winnable for future bets. WINIBLE.com/Jon Show. Make sure you're following our Facebook if you're watching us and not followed. We'll be back next Friday, the 14th.
A quick update. The Cavs are currently up 5, 3 minutes into the second. And the Raptors and Grizzlies both lead about halfway through the first quarter. Sure. So keep an eye on those bets. I don't think we did the Raptors, but we did the Grizzlies. So
good.
Keep an eye on those games. Hopefully we win us some money tonight. We can tune in for a big night at UFC tomorrow for all my MMA fans.
Absolutely. 313.
Absolutely. But yeah, like John said, we appreciate all the love and support. Go give us a follow and everything in our link tree here on our Facebook and our bio. If you're on TikTok, make sure to go check out the Facebook. That's where everything gets put out. Things get put out first, so if you want to be up to date. But other than that, we will see you guys next Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Everyone have a fantastic weekend, and let's win some money and watch sports. As always,
For the Travis and Jon Show,
live
on Facebook Live
and
TikTok Live.
peace out, y'all. Everybody have a great weekend.